I'm at work, and you can tell by the environment that I'm in. But I was on TikTok. Jesus, what has the world turned into? Well, we have Lillian Peters, who slept with 101 men, and she has the aspiration to sleep with 1,000 more. I've been watching that and I thought it was a joke. I've watched 1,001 TikToks on the same, YouTube's. There are videos that have been made on the same. But now, as we talk about Lillian, I want to ask, what were these men thinking when they waited in line? Just answer me, because, well, it is bad enough that Lillian slept with all of them, but I want to know, each one of them waited their turn. They are even calling to say that they underperformed, they want to do it again. So make it make sense. What were they thinking when they waited in line? Because they should have changed their mind when they were on the line. No one did. So what has the world become? Because I don't think there are 100 women who would be willing to sleep with a man. Like, could you willingly? Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think the world that we live in is quite something. And I don't know what is going to happen to us, but whatever is coming for us, we've not had the taste of it. Parents, talk to your kids, both boys and girls. I don't know what kind of talking you're going to do, but just talk to them, mentor them, take them to the right places, teach them morals, because I don't know. Is it just me, or you two are surprised like I am? Because I don't know. How do you wait in line knowing what you're going to do? You're not waiting to go into a job interview, you're not waiting for food, you're not waiting to vote, to go have sex with a lady. Men, I think the problem is the fact that SES has been made so available nowadays that people are losing value for themselves. Because I feel like that's quite dehumanizing, both to the lady and to the men equally, because we can't be calling out the lady alone without calling out the men. They were willing to do it. They were willing to do it. Like, let's not let's not lie to ourselves about it. They were willing to do this. So men, um why is it that you want to judge the lady so harshly? Are you not judging your fellow men who did it? Well, for them it might have been just one lady they slept with on that day, and maybe two, because maybe they went back to their girlfriends or wives. But think about it. The 101 person who was at the back of the line, what were they thinking this whole time as they waited for their turn? We're not waiting for anything that they can show. It's not a trophy that they're going to show. Maybe to some it's a trophy, but I want to say some of these STDs are real. HIV is real. Gonorrhea, syphilis, all that is real. What if, I don't know whether they used, hey God, what if the protection they were using burst? What if it failed? Do you know? Okay, I can't just wrap my head around this. And we are in the festive season. That's why I felt the need. I couldn't wait to get home to make this video for you guys. I just had to make it now. We are in the festive seasons. Just take precautions. Love yourself a little bit. Kidogo too. Just a little bit. And it will save you so much. There's so much that you can do for fun. There's so much that you can enjoy. You don't have to enjoy waiting in line to go and be with a woman. It's not an achievement. Newsflash for you guys, it's not an achievement. And now that she's also planning on doing 300 men and 1,000 men, I know there are people who are willing to show back up. But I want to think about, what does that speak about you? What does that speak about your morals? Because, well, it's good enough, it's bad enough that you're calling out the lady, but who is going to call out the men? Who is going to call out all these men who waited patiently from the first one to the second one to the 30th, 40, 50, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 101? What were you thinking? What were you discussing during this time? Because I try to think what kind of conversation we would be having in line with someone that I know we are going to share a partner. And all that I can think of is that I would punch them in the face and leave. Because maybe they needed someone to knock some sense into their head. But before the 300 thing happens, honestly, even if it's for money, have some dignity, guys. Well, I think the world is coming to an end. I don't know what else we are waiting to see other than what is currently happening. But someone talk to our men. Someone slap sense into this man's head. Because I believe there is safety in taking precautions. There is safety in being yourself and not succumbing to societal pressure. And there's safety in having boundaries. But this, honestly, I want you to know that it's 1:48 p.m. Well, in as much as it's my lunch break, I'm at work. I just couldn't wait. So that's how disturbing it is. And I just want to imagine, what would my mother think or my grandmother think if they were to hear this? What would I think if if one of the men there was my brother, a cousin, a relative? What would I think of them? Would I think of them the same? Because there's something that Lillian has said. She said that she doesn't openly discuss her work with her parents because she doesn't want them to think of her as less than, or she doesn't want to feel embarrassed, because that's what I think. And also, she doesn't accept the fact that this is all motivated by money. But she did make a statement. She said that by the time that it got to the 30th man, it felt robotic because it was a routine. So when did we normalize these things? When? Guys, when? Make it make sense, because it's not making sense in my head. And that's why I'm here. And just here to remind you, take care of yourselves. Do right by yourselves. Do not dehumanize yourself. And do not implicate people, because I want to think, if I was related to someone who was there, I would be embarrassed on their behalf. But, well, I wasn't there. And think through your decisions, guys. Please think through them. Yeah. Think about that during this festive season.